It's Reck and
Hey, everybody.
PopPop. We started a little bit early. Welcome to the Reck and PopPop Show, episode 7. I know.
Pop Pop's got to multitask today. He's taking care of the grandkids. So
My
you'll have
grandchildren are here.
Yeah.
So
It's just I told him it's like the spice of,
it is.
This is what you get live.
Spice of life.
Mm-hmm.
So I have both of them hiding down here. There's one. No names for the grandkids, but
No.
So
Me, Robin.
no, you do not see your name on the video.
That is maybe like the best moment of a kid. We're gonna have to like edit that out.
21st century security, So the bright shirt. Look at that. It's a river, I have all these shirts coming in. What do you see? Some more, please. Granddaughter, child.
Yeah.
All right. So this will be loads of fun. So tonight is our 7th episode. It seems like it's like 100 or 200. So we have a lot of people here visiting us. Justin Whitaker is taking time off from shoveling out of the snowstorm. Lucent is struggling in freezing cold weather in his state. Brian's
also shoveling out, I think,
and abused me within the half hour. So things are normal there. It's all good. And Craig,
I imagine you didn't
want to sing. Why don't you want to sing?
Any snow in Florida, did you? Pop. No snow in Florida. No. Here though, in Kansas, we got a good like 5-6 inches. But it was all that, like, it was like super cold, so it was this very powdery snow. I felt like it was like invisible snow because it was coming down for like 2 days straight, and it wasn't like pretty snowflakes or anything. So
go to sleep. It's time to go to your room and go to sleep.
Yeah, well, good job a couple hours ago. Shoveling your driveway. I don't know why I keep getting TikTok videos on how if you're like approaching 45, you should stop shoveling your snow, your driveway.
Well, it's because you're snowblower.
I know. I don't know why it thinks I need those videos right now.
Oh, I'm not worrying about that anymore. I mean, it's getting chilly down here. It's going to be into the 30s again overnight, and that's going to last for almost a week. So, but it recovers. I drove over here without a coat on, just with my bright sunshiny shirt or rivery shirt.
That's because you're a northerner at heart.
I am. 32 years in South Jersey. I've shoveled my share.
People always ask me like what I think of the roads, and I'm like, as a Michigander, like there really isn't a bad enough road that I'm like, oh no, you're in Kansas. But hey. Yeah.
I remember living in Houston back in the 80s, and there were a couple incidents where we had ice and whatnot, and all the Houstonians, the original Texans and whatnot, were like, well, y'all come down from the north, you know how to drive in this. And we're like, yeah, we don't, because it was like thin little bits of ice.
Yeah.
And they don't have salt. They can't.
Yeah, that is true. There's like less plows and less salt.
Sand. They drove sand on ice.
Yeah.
That does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm a Michigander, so Lucien, we'll have to touch base if you're from Michigan too. Yeah. So we'll have to do the mitten thing, and
whatever that is. So Justin, how much snow did you get up on the hill? Talk to me. There you go. Yeah. No, that's loose and still. 2 feet. Oh,
2 feet.
Lord.
That's quite a bit.
It's been a long time since they got 2 feet up that way. Yeah. That's like almost the 96 storm. Where then there might have been another one after that, but 2011, there was a big storm. I just had a picture of that on my Facebook. And who else was there? Yeah. Craig, how much snow did you get?
I think Craig's up north
too. 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. There are moments where I'm like, I'm kind of okay living a little bit further south.
Well, you're not really. I mean, you're still in danger zone.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
ever
but
got
I mean, if there's like 2 feet in Kansas, there'd be, well, I don't know. Western Kansas gets more, but
okay.
it'd be a big deal.
We had allegedly we had flurries in Haines City a year ago, but we never got to see them. So, and they say that there might be Gulf effect snow on Saturday over by Tampa.
Yeah,
So
looks
we'll
like
see
Craig
if
got
that
a foot.
happens.
Yeah.
No, that's nothing. That's nothing, Brian. You can deal with that with just like
Says the guy in Florida.
Western PA got over a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. So
Well, we should probably talk books.
Books.
As much
Oh
as
my
your
God, is that
boomer
what
instinct to
we're
talk
for?
about the weather.
Yeah. What a
pulling us
boomers
in that direction. Yeah.
So we want to talk about books. So you had the little list there of books that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So the first book on the list is Library System Reset.
Have you moved along to a different book?
Well, so I finished it. Library System Reset Renewal is the last book. I got a pre-copy from KT and got the privilege of seeing like a first-ish draft of it. And I'm telling you, all of the questions that you have in Library Reset, they do get answered pretty much whole hog, and it hits all the beats that you want at the end of a series. It's not the end I was expecting, given the last book. I think it was like book 5. I think it was book 5, but that's okay. Like, I like surprises, and it was like satisfying. Kind of put that bundle around it. I think one of the things, and you talk to us in the audience. We don't get end of series too often, and so it's nice to have a complete series. I think the book's coming out this spring. We're gonna have a complete series. It's got a well-wrapped ending that kind of covers the ground on everything, and it's very satisfying. And kudos to that. Good job, KT. I think this is her 3rd or 4th completed series. We need to start giving out awards to people.
That's amazing to have that happen.
Yeah, we need to give out awards to authors for completing series. Yeah. So
says Doug Losey, who's going to have one series with 39 books because he just doesn't know how to send Duke
no
away.
he said it's like 8 or 9, right, Doug? You're getting there. But yeah, I stumbling up. I am just wrapping up book 2, and I also am kind of on a 8 to 10 track, and it's I can't even imagine right now being at the end of it, and KT.
Well, I don't know how you can end that series because Richard is an immortal slug.
Yeah. Well,
can't end a series with an immortal, can you?
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll find out.
Have to ask Jay that question too, since.
So Doug is saying that his book is actually book 6 is it, and it is ending in July. Wow. So
well, we know
so I'm gonna get a ribbon that says I ended my series in 2026, and it'll be gold star on it or something. And then for the authors that ended a series in that year, you get that ribbon.
You're gonna be lucky to give out 3.
I know. Maybe I shouldn't put the year on it. We can just reuse it every year.
Print 6 of them out, and you'll be safe.
Yeah. I don't think they print them in 6s. So.
So give me a book to talk about, or I'll just go hog wild.
Yeah. So I want you to talk about Dark Matter Ascension, because I don't think you've talked about it yet.
I haven't. You know what? There you go. Now look. I really need to invert this stuff because I really hate this. This is the worst thing when it's all backwards. Dark Matter Ascension.
There's a button in there.
Is there? Probably.
Maybe.
Serious Streams writes it. He is a really good person. I'll be interviewing him, of course, tomorrow. But this is I've read a couple Ascensions, or tried to read a couple Ascensions before. This is a system integration book, but it's not apocalyptic. It's not, a bad event. It could end up that way, but the system arrives and you have a choice of either going to the Eternal City, which is just a place to hang out with, outside of time, or you can become, try to ascend. You can become an aspirant, and then ascend the pathway. And the main character, Jace, chooses to become an ascendant. He starts the ascension process. So it's totally different from what I'm used to reading.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. It's nifty. The author makes certain potentially shortcuts in the progress of the character, other than what I'm used to. We're used to reading normally, like say in I'm Not the Hero, or even in UL1, you have the main character or characters going over all the skills in fine detail.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have a companion. Of course, everyone has companions, and it's a cute little ethereal river otter named Ollie.
I think a river otter would make a perfect companion. Yeah,
don't piss Ollie off. He's got power. He goes after the other companions. So Ollie gets to make the decisions. So it short circuits things like that. And they don't use mana, but they use stardust as the reward and the currency issue, because basically everything we're all made out of stars.
Yeah.
We're all made out of stardust. So stardust is the economy in this post ascension world or post integration world.
Sounds like
it's really good.
Sounds like it hits some of the core things.
Oh, it's definitely it's properly crunchy for me. It does have crunch. It's not overly crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got skills, and it's multiple characters, multiple points of view. Primarily, mainly with Jace, but there are characters that come in. Yeah. So I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to talk to Sarah's streams tomorrow. He also has a mentor program on his Discord server. So he does a lot. He's a very, very helpful, very good person.
That's awesome. Well, looking forward to that.
Good book, good series. I'll continue.
Craig's mentioning that Jace is another J name for a main character in a LitRPG. It's like, yeah.
It's a little bit different,
yeah, I mean, at least it's, there's no N.
Yeah. True.
We need, I mean, it's not that the J names are bad, but we do need to diversify a little bit.
Well, if you remember back, and I just watched a snippet that William Merle put together from Joe Dan Worley's. We talked about Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a totally unique, weird name.
Yeah, on its own.
So, and I called that out for Joe Dan. So yeah, you're right. We do need different names.
Yeah, we do need a little bit different. I mean, it's a thing, right? The trope of the J name, but like also, come on.
But people do it on purpose too. Yeah. So just for the fun of it.
So my next book I'm going to talk about is it's a Royal Road book. So Get Trucked by The Long-Winded One. So I read, I got caught up a couple of weeks ago. I got all the way caught up on it. And I've got Long-Winded One coming on my podcast on the 7th. It's a fun book. It's the premise is that the main character becomes basically a vehicle of isekaiing people. He basically gets he has this app on his phone that is like a cosmic app that tells him to run people over so that they isekai into other
he's
worlds.
the truck hun.
Yeah. Well, it's called Get Trucked. So, but it's interesting. I haven't. This is the first like vehicle-based LitRPG, and as he collects points and stuff, he gets to upgrade his vehicle and get more powers and things that help him out. So it's fun. And Long-Winded One has really gone all out on it. He's actually got an app called the Ender app.
Yep.
Which if you haven't downloaded it, go download it. It's
I played with it the very first day it came out, or for a couple of days it came out, but then life overtakes everything. And it's a fun game. It's a good app.
Yeah, it's a fun little game that he developed himself, which is super impressive. And so go check it out on Royal Road. There's there's a few chapters out. I think he was doing a chapter a day for the first couple of weeks, and he started off with 10. So there's probably 30 or some chapters out. 40.
Yeah,
at this point.
I have to do it because again, also, if you don't get it, you should always get a chance to watch his podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're fun. Yep.
What is it? Spoiler something or other. But you know what? If he's around, he'll yell at me if I don't know it. But if you see it posted anywhere on Facebook or anywhere else, make sure you get it a shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have a specific time. Take a look.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of them on Sundays, and I don't know about you, PopPop, but I try to share him out to my socials page when I see him when he's advertising.
I do too.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, he did Aaron Ampersand a couple last week, I think, and yeah.
Unfortunately, I've been either coming off a shift from that wonderful Wawa place, and I'm just tired.
It's hard when you're doing podcasts all the time to also have time to watch all the podcasts, but hopefully you all are enjoying these. But yeah, so Get Trucked, it's on Royal Road. If you look up the long-winded one or Get Trucked, it comes up pretty easy. And Ender for the app is ENDR. There's no E, so it's kind of fun.
Modern spelling of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Misspelled.
Justin says that he didn't realize the J thing until the Baldry tweet, and wonders why we have J names in LitRPG.
Because the other 25 letters suck.
Yeah. I think it's just that thing where some of the early authors picked up, just had J names, and then it just was like, it was a thing.
Jake,
Jason.
Multiple Jakes. Jason.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason. So, yeah, it's.
Jen's like, because J names are the best names. I mean, I think I'm meritorially obligated to.
You better be careful from at this point. You better not.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this much. If I would have, there was a slight possibility that I would have been named Jody. God forbid. Because when Gims heard that story, she looked at me and said, if you had named Jody, I wouldn't be here. So you guys are just lucky that Steve won out back in 1961.
Yeah.
No Jody. So what's next for me?
Yeah, so what's next for you is a book that I'm super curious about. It's been floating around lately. It's Mage Tank, and it's something that is kind of been on my TBR. So let's tell me about Mage Tank.
I did not bring the book with me. Mage Tank is by Cornman. Cornman is a team. There's two of them. They will be on my.
So it should be Cornmen.
No, it's Cornman. That's the author. But there's authors behind it. And they're going to be on my channel on Thursday as well. So, I do this all the time. Sorry about that.
I mean, it's kind of a pain in the butt that we are talking about books that we're interviewing people later, all the time. But also, you guys, it's a lot of books to read, right? So it's hard to fit in other books outside of the people that
I'm trying to catch up, and I'm trying to get back into my reading at several different, several at a time.
Yeah,
but
chapter.
Then, Dark Matter Ascension sucked me in. Cornman, their Mage Tank series sucked me in. Mage Tank is an isekai. The poor guy, his car has a interaction with a really huge oak tree that does not go well for either of them. He then gets taken off to, of course, isekai, game world, and he gets into the system room. You eventually learn that there's some divinities involved, and he's got some divine favor. But he also has a very short time in which to do his selections. So he ends up getting booted out into a delve.
So it's like Overcooked for.
Yeah, kind of. So he ultimately, but what he did was, Mage Tank is an oxymoron. We all know that. It's just it's a mage is not a tank.
Yeah.
But he put everything into fortitude.
Did he know he was going to be a mage when he did that, or was it just
No,
like
that
button
kind of
slam?
That kind of eventually became his way of doing things, because once he realized what he did, he realized that he has to work with spells as opposed to swords and up close. He has that ability. He does do some of that interacting as well. I don't know if I can do that. Can you sit with her a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, please do that.
Yeah. So does he use fortitude in his spells, or is this just like a
No, it's basically the way that he can be a tank.
Hmm.
So he can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Then is his spellcraft, like, is his spells weaker because of that?
No,
or
no,
he
he
becomes your classic overpowered.
Basically, it is very, very survivable.
Yeah.
Min-max. Is it a min-max? I don't know, but it's very survivable. Of course, now I can't. Someone look up his name. I can't remember it. Arlo. There it is, Arlo.
Yeah.
And he goes into a delve right away. And delves are a way that the more or less the rich people in this world become characters, dungeon crawlers.
Mhm.
They get their skills, they get totally reformed than what they were ahead of time or in the past. So it's a major, major thing to get involved with. Mage Tank has great dungeons, delves, really, really good character development, world development is strong in the first book. And I can't wait to get, there's the fourth book comes out tomorrow.
Wow.
So and then the next day it's me.
I feel like I just saw book 1 advertised like last month. It's crazy how quick.
Probably because me, but
maybe that could be. Yeah, hang out with PopPop enough, and it happens.
I can open this. Yes, I can. Hold on, I have to open something very vitally important. God, I hope.
Is that a Polly Pocket?
I don't know what this is.
They're toys.
Yeah, they're toys.
Yeah. Well, my question to you, PopPop, is you said that the delves were very good and memorable. What makes a memorable, good delve to you, or dungeon?
What the conflict, the fighting, the progression through the delve or the dungeon, hitting higher level mobs, finding the mob that is the ultimate, the boss mob. And it's just an extremely long process and a long fight, and very similar to the extremely long boss fights in a book that I just finished as well, called Wraith Wizard Ascendant. There, okay, you happy, Justin? But both of those books, I was extremely happy with the length of the conflict.
When you say conflict, do you mean like the fight itself?
The fights themselves, and progressing through, figuring out the next step in the delve, the next step to do, to progress further, what you have to do to clear the delve. But even in Mage Tank book 1, at the end, it's a world encompassing battle between seriously strong character monsters or mobs. So there was a key payoff needed. You had to basically save the world in both of these situations. So just an awesome read, and I cannot wait to sit down with them. We were going to have it 2 weeks ago, but one of the authors had the flu, and same author just got his power back yesterday after being out for a day and a half.
That's called a bad couple of weeks. Yeah.
So that's not fun.
No.
So, and that's Core Man. It's got the snarky AI, and funny main character. So that works really well. Not weird AI like DCC. Not the same level as SJ and Dave in the Tales of Amarithia, or over in Boslow's book, but but a snarky AI.
Yeah.
And there's some serious divinity involved too. And I always love that divine interaction. So
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Yeah. So my next book is, it's Ren. I'm reading a couple of Ren things right now. So Ren Striker. I've got Tamer's Gauntlet on Royal Road. So
That's new. That's the new one, right?
That's the new one. I got caught up on it again a couple of weeks ago. I'd like gotten caught up, and it's kind of a fun, collect them all sort of like setup. And when I got caught up, it was pretty new and getting released, so we hadn't really gotten past that like starter world. So, but the setup's really good. It's very just it scratches that itch for like a tamer sort of story. So far nothing like crazy has happened, just like out of expectation, but it's just a nice little read. And then I am also working on, they sent me a preview copy of Silent Blades. The Silent Blades, I think is the name of it.
That's the one that Athon is going to publish for her.
Yeah, yep. And it's coming out in a couple months. We're going to talk about it. I think I've got that Ren coming on the 18th of February. And I think Silent Blades comes out on the 17th, I want to say.
Oh, cool.
So, and it's interesting. I'm maybe a quarter of the way through. And Ren was mentioning that that theoretically it's going to be a standalone, which is cool because we don't have too many standalones.
That doesn't happen.
I know, right? So I'm curious, like how it's going to be, like why, like what the setup for the standalone is, or if it's left a little open. So if it's really successful, there might be more books or something. But it'll be an interesting conversation with Ren. Later this month in February.
I was just wondering. I was like, BJ hasn't been here in so long. I thought she like started not to like us anymore or something. But there she is.
No, there's BJ. Yeah.
I need you to sorry.
BJ. Oh, the beard oil shenanigans. Yeah. I'm excited about beard oil.
I don't even want to know what that is. I don't even know.
We'll have to talk about what color.
Like, no.
Now I'm second guessing if I know what beard oil is.
If this is all happening over in the below decks, that food porn and stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, so Silent Blades is the premise is that it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and the main character, I can't remember if they're like genetically engineered or like magically engineered people that are just like more deadly. And it's kind of got like a little bit of this feel of like, the main character is a woman. She's been training her whole life to go kill monsters, and she's finally like graduated and is going out in the world, and she hasn't quite unlocked her superpower yet. She's kind of discovering it. So it's an interesting premise, and I'm looking forward to seeing why it's a standalone and like how the progression happens.
We'll figure that out.
A very good setup.
Justin Whitaker, I forgot to do what you told me to do to get all the proper comments up there. So he showed me there's a way that I'm only getting certain comments, not all of them or something. And he sent me this little, couple images of how to do it. And of course,
Boomer.
I blame Boomer.
Yeah,
I do it. So we have a lot of people showing up, and we appreciate that. We really, really, really do. We love to grow the show and the industry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think you're getting all of them. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I think you're seeing everything I'm seeing.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Hey, Alicia, glad to have you join us too. Yeah. We've got a crew today.
Do I have another book?
You do. You were going to talk about mechanical engineering.
I don't think I was.
I mean, I typed it out. I wrote it down.
Yeah, it's because I told you to. I brought that one.
Yeah, so real quick, the view on YouTube, the standard view does filter to just like the top comments or whatever, and you have to like choose it to view all comments. But I think our view is through StreamYard, and I think it includes everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So magical engineering, it's going to be an apocalypse. I haven't really gotten too far into it, but I have time. because I'm not.
Pop, you gotta.
I've got time.
You've got to check my posting because I had it down as mechanical engineering this whole time. You got to actually like read the print, man. Double check my work.
God almighty. So
no, you're okay, Justin. Thanks for trying to help the old man.
I'm here. I have ears. I hear this stuff. I'm hurt. Magical engineering, BT-topia, as we also know him as Botopia over on Discord. Reason why I wanted to get him in for an interview, his is in February, and to read the book goes back to LitRPG Con 1. When I was on Below Decks, I created the wonderful PopPop persona. And while I was spending a whole ton of time in Below Decks, I went over to Immersive Inc. and went into their main setup and went into a role request. And I said, can I be a reader? And everyone's like, is this a prank? But then I never said anything because I just vanished away from there. And I was hanging out in Below Decks. So apparently that little blurb created an entire controversy of whether or not I was a bot.
Yeah.
And but Botopia could have banned me from Immersive Inc. very early on, but he didn't. So the conversation went on. I have evidence of the conversation. But after the very first main event of the con, Gims and I are walking out here. This pop.
Yeah.
I turn around and it's Botopia, and he's like, "You're real.
You're not a bot.
I'm not a bot."
Yeah, and
so
like,
that's
I think
why
Geneva made you a shirt or whatever, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I was wearing my official PopPop of LitRPG shirt, which I will work on improving for a new one this year. I'm not a dog, Brian.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple comments here that we need to respond to. First of all, Brian's handle is like chatbot Brian, right? So maybe Brian's the bot. That could be.
It could be, but he's in here as his real name now.
I know. We got the real Brian. Doug cracks me up because he's like,
Dennis is here.
Doug's like, mechanical engineering sounds like a terrible LitRPG book. Magical engineering sounds so much better. But I will say this, Doug. I think we all know the guy who's thinking about writing mechanical engineering, the LitRPG book.
But doesn't Macronomicon have industrial strength? Oh, it's industrial strength magic.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Kind of similar there. Wait, I have to say something for Dennis real quick. Because Dennis reads the LitRPG. Let's go! There, are you happy? There. I did it. And it's just not typing now. It's an actual good.
Yeah.
A good
a real yell.
Just for him. So.
We need to turn that into a sound bit for the Discord.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got two last books for me. One is Arcane Tides. So a lot of us are friends with Lance, or know him from TikTok and stuff.
Yep.
And he recently put out Arcane Tides. I have been reading it. I think I'm about third to halfway through. I'm probably close to halfway at this point.
It's a chunky book.
It's a chunky book, and I was talking to Lance today. I told him, I was like, I can only read like a chapter at a time. It's not a book that like I just like plow through because it's deep. It's got substance
dense.
to it. It's intense. And I think the thing that I wanted to mention is that first of all, it's not LitRPG, it's fantasy, but it's unlike many fantasy books that I've read. It really is about like the mental health journey of the main character who has been put through the ringer in life. And, it focuses on that emotion, which is so kind of cool, and it's part of what makes it intense, right? It's because you're kind of following the emotional journey of this character and not necessarily the quest. Like I remember this one chapter where the guy gets a quest and you're like, okay, we're gonna follow him on this quest, but he's talking more about like what he's kind of overcoming internally to just go pick up a quest because quests have treated him so badly in the past. And then before you know it, it's the next chapter and the quest is over, and the quest wasn't the point. It's a cool premise. So go pick up Arcane Tides if you get a chance.
I have it, but
Yeah.
it's a chunky book, and
yeah, chapter at a time.
I don't think
when you go back to your one chapter of like 5 different books at a time,
maybe an hour or two, you know, maybe like it's an hour or two, but you know, God, just, you know, books just, you know, have sucked me in, and it's kind of hard to get back into that routine, even though I do like the routine. So now we're done books, right?
Well, no, I got one more book I want to mention.
Oh, go ahead.
But real quick, Savannah, definitely need to start it. Dennis, go pick it up. It is quality reading, and Lance he's a poet, right? He's got I'm like a couple things I've like highlighted or written down. I normally don't do that for books, so go pick it up. The second book I just wanted to give
don't even go there.
Shout out to is Another Girl at the End of the World. Is that the title you're going with, Brian, right now? Is that the working title? It's the library harem apocalypse zombie
what
LitRPG that Brian's writing.
Wait. I didn't know. No, you didn't come to me getting clearance to talk about something that he's writing.
I know. He can ban me later.
Okay,
but yeah, I'm enjoying the journey on this one, and I'm really privileged to be a beta reader for Brian. Yeah, just Another Girl at the End of the World.
Don't even bother to beta made. No, I got no time for
that. You got too much going on to beta read stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's got all the kind of classic things. It's very episodic. Like the main character has these little like mini adventures as she's like experiencing this library. And
you know what? Let me just interject here. I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
You know,
if you weren't interrupting me, would this be the Reck and PopPop show?
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be. You know what? I'm going to tell Justin Marks that you're stealing the end of his titles.
Okay.
So there. Come up with something original. I'm kidding. But his is the fort at the end of the world, the city at the end of, you know, so.
Yeah, well, you know. So Brian says it's a cozy post-apocalyptic pumpkin spice zombie crunchy LitRPG reverse harem.
We don't do a reverse harems. I just heard that yesterday that hasn't been a thing yet.
Yeah. But it's fun, and Brian also, I don't know, there's something about Brian and Lance's writing where they capture the descriptions and the world. They just make it sound so poetic in a way that I don't feel like I do. I'm jealous of their writing. So I don't know what Brian's plan for releasing this out into the world is, but when he does, we're all gonna have to go dogpile on it. So
there, you know, you're saying that there's a restaurant at the end of the world. There's a book that came out. I haven't read it yet, but I'm probably going to listen to it, and I'll tell you why. It's called Galaxy.
You're going to listen to a book?
Galaxy Waffles. It's not LitRPG. It's, you know, progression. It's related. Cricket, the narrator, who is over on TikTok and who is, you know, slowly moving on to the LitRPG world over this way, is the narrator. So I talked with her, chatted with her a little bit, and I spent one of my Audible credits. So I will listen to it. She does, it's a team, it's a tandem work on that. She does the female voices, someone else does the male voices. So I'm going to actually give that a shot. Mage Tank, go back to Mage Tank for a brief second. We can talk about whatever you want. That I'm going to listen to an audio, and I'll tell you why. I spent an Audible credit on that. Daniel Wisniewski is the narrator.
Daniel's so classic. He's awesome.
Oh my God. I was dying within the first page of the book with his narration. And his language is his words for Arlo. I mean, I lost it.
Okay.
I almost ended up isekai myself.
So I need to. So Mage Tank, I can audio it. Yeah.
You can audio it absolutely, and
I think
I've only listened to 2 minutes of it.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons I'm bogged down with books right now is just because it's a lot of like alpha, beta. Like here's an early release copy, and none of it's on audio, so I'm having to actually read them. It's like,
oh God,
good Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm getting yelled at by Jay because you haven't picked up that book yet. It's 800 pages.
I
Jay.
know. I'm like, 200
coming
pages
out till
into that
April,
book. It's like,
Jay.
I know. Yeah.
I'll read it, Jay. God,
Yeah.
these authors.
He's a book pusher.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Jay, if you slowed down, I'd read every single one of your books.
Oh my God. So,
Yeah.
So if I'm on TikTok, I'm not that great at successful, but I did hit 900 followers tonight.
Nice.
On my TikTok
Congratulations.
within a month and a half or two or something like
Yeah.
that. It's not like 26,000 that Sam Boyd has or that Ginger the Fox.
So what is your TikTok? I'm going to put it in the chat for everybody.
It's PopPop's LitRPG World. Just look that up. I'm consistent,
Yeah. So I am also on TikTok, and if you're on mine,
I am.
Yeah, I'm talking to the audience, man. If you're on my TikTok, you've probably seen some of my Ireland adventures. So my
Didn't
TikTok,
Brian Norton, did you?
I reached out to him, and I'm actually, so I went to Ireland to go to a friend's wedding, and
thank you, BJ.
And it what was I saying? I went to Ireland to go to a friend's wedding, and it was kind of an emergency. There's a thing in the family, and they had to like move it up by like a whole year. So it was like last minute. But I had planned on going to Ireland in late March with Jen because they've got a business trip. And so I'll be back, and I'm going to try to get a hold of Brian then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's acceptable.
But yeah, join my TikTok. They're starting to get on Facebook too. Starting to put them on as reels, so you get some of the experience. My opinion on Irish pizza, and there's a whole debate about what a potato chip is and what a scone is.
Involved in that. So
yeah,
what a cookie is, or what they even have. That's England though. But so TikTok, Wilkie. Everyone knows and loves Wilkie. If you recall, after the con over on Facebook, he gave all these extremely long, thoughtful and thought-provoking stories of him meeting the authors that he was always dreaming about meeting on Facebook forever and ever and ever and ever. Just recently, he has gone on to TikTok.
Oh, it's exciting.
And he started out as just doing videos. Like, real good reviews. And it's like almost one a day. And he's really natural at it.
Yeah. I do not feel like I'm a natural at it, but I do feel like I'm getting better. Do you feel like you're getting better? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a developing artist on TikTok right now. So, it's a work in progress.
I mean, you've hit 900 followers. That's huge.
We'll see how that goes.
I'm like around 100 or 200. I don't have that many yet.
Well, better than 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody's following me.
But then Wilkie did a live the other day.
Wow.
Just his progression
is
just awesome.
Someday we'll be doing lives too, PopPop.
Oh, I've done it, but I've done it in a way where I just had to do a live to get permission to use the live ability and doing the studio and whatnot. I'm just not overly good at it. It's a different type of process. It's totally different than this. When you have like 4 or 5 or 6 people just babbling. I did listen to one last night where, it's because Ryan Maxwell asked me to come on over, and it was over on Richie's Players Guild. It was Richie and Ryan and Steve Campbell. And then they brought in Sam Boyd, who is a big influencer, and she's really big in DCC influencing, but she's been moving over onto the RPG. And poor Sam comes in, and she's in the middle of straightening her hair. So, first it's like all over the place. And by the time, an hour later, our hair is like perfect. It's like, what the hell? So totally different, like different type of functionality than what we have here on YouTube or with Jared and whatnot. So it's something you just have to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't you say that's a fair description, Dennis? If he's still here, he's all quiet and stuff.
Yeah, everybody's quieted out. Yeah,
that's because I'm babbling.
I have opened up my own YouTube channel, so it's Beyond Quests with Reck. So if you haven't followed me over there, please go follow me so you can get updates as I do more live podcasts and stuff. I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook, so you can find me both those places. But it's at Beyond Quests with Reck, and yeah, I've got a really big lineup for February. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for me.
Yeah, you're taking over Wednesday in February, I see.
I mean, a couple of them at least, yeah. We're trying, so that's one thing that we wanted to talk about, PopPop, is that we're trying to do Royal Road Wednesdays between the two of us, where we interview Royal Road authors on Wednesdays and get a little bit more of the like up and coming folks.
Yep, and it's just not. I would really love to. I'm working on getting people that are still just on Royal Road.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just snagged one today. But it's also like the people who have come up through Royal Road and made it into either self-publishing or publishing with Portal, or Mango does a lot of Selkie Myth does a lot of the publishing out that way as well. Mm-hmm. So if you make it through Royal Road and get published, that would qualify in that area as well, because it's just Wednesday was a lot more open, and then Thursday's jamming up for Pop.
I think, I also think it's one of those things where once we get in our groove, we'll like get more of the Royal Road authors in. But like, I mean, you're interviewing Raven's Dagger, right? And Raven's Dagger,
yep.
I think I've got Ren on a Wednesday.
Yep.
I think part of it is, are these folks actively publishing on Royal Road or not?
Some of them are, and I want to talk about a couple of those real quick too. But either Levi called me down or Potopia called me down onto one of their Discords. They had a couple of valid questions. Then we just started talking about you should interview this person and this person and this person. So now I'm working on trying to get a few of them. But whenever I go, hang out with them, these are all, successor states. Like after the fall of Alexander's empire, you had all these different little, Greece came back and Egypt and this and that. Well, after the fall of Immersive Inc., that's all I'm saying. After the fall of Immersive Inc., there are a bunch.
We're not going to get into that.
We're not getting into that. But there are a lot of successor discords, and a lot of these discords are set up with people who are really helpful to the authors. And I'm there. They think, having a boomer is cool, but I'll tell you what a boomer does to the conversations in these chat rooms. Boom! It kills them. They are done. So I left. I said, look, I got to go. So I left. I came back like 10 minutes later and said, boom, PopPop killed the chat. Of course, I just go and I go, yeah, I did, didn't I? Mm-hmm. So I chuckled. And balkanization of, that's true, Justin.
Savannah's mentioning that they're working through some of Raven's Dagger stuff, including Stray Cat Strut, which you've got. Yeah. Boom.
I just got that.
I met Raven's Dagger at Dragon Con this past year, and he was lovely.
I don't recall. Yeah.
But I think he's coming to LitRPG Con this year, if I remember correctly. So
thinking, and that's going to be a fun one. That is going to be an audio. Raven's Dagger is appearing via audio only.
That's fun.
So, that'll be
so it'll just be your lovely face.
My face, but I'll have some. I'm not going to like glom the entire screen. I'll put a cover or something over, and you just get to hear Ravensdagger do all the speaking. But yeah, hey, I accept challenges.
Yeah.
So I've researched it.
So another thing that we're working on is a road to JordanCon. For those of you going to JordanCon, I know, Pop, you do know this. At some point, I'm gonna like message Gims and be like, "Can you get Pop's memory?"
You're not getting anywhere near Gims.
But yeah. So we're doing a road to JordanCon. Where we're going to be trying to interview a bunch of the authors that are going to be at JordanCon, so that if you are going, that you kind of have an idea of who they are and what they have written, and can better like go up to them and have a conversation, or just have an understanding of what they sound like personally and stuff. So the first author that I've interviewed this year that's going to JordanCon is actually Melissa Althoff, who wrote Rise from Ruin, and you can check that out on my YouTube. You know, it's up, so you can go listen to it if you haven't. But yeah, so we've got like Rin is going to JordanCon. I know there's a bunch of people that are going to JordanCon, but we're gonna try to call out as we start interviewing people, and as we get closer to the con, we're gonna like stack the people going to JordanCon and make sure that
look, there's a note
you guys
for
know
you.
who they are.
There's a comment there for you, Reck.
Pop lost his list of JordanCon authors. I will hook you up, Pop. I've got it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so it should be fun. So if you are an author going to JordanCon and you're maybe not on the playbill, let me know, and I'll put you on the list for us.
I think people are just starting to post it. I know Steve Rowland just said, "Hey, I'm going." Yeah. So I think we're going to start seeing more and more of those. You know,
we got like Melissa, Steve, Jay,
Jay Krause. Jay Krause is going.
Jay's going. Rin and Rose are going.
Yep.
I don't know. I've got the list somewhere. I'll go find it. But
it's
exciting. I think a lot of people are going to start doing more announcements. So
yay.
Lance is going. Brian's going to be there.
Brian Ressler.
It's going to be a party.
Yeah. I have no choice on those, right? I'm couch surfing. It's true.
Yeah.
I was going to go up and sleep on a bench and park in Atlanta.
A couple of us were like, there's no way the Pop of LitRPG is sleeping in his car.
I've done it. I do it all the time.
That's fine.
You know,
what you do in your free time is fine, Pop, but we're not going to have that publicity for JordanCon, man.
I'm not going to pay. Like if I'm going up to take my granddaughter, or, you know, doing up a run to New Jersey, I'm not going to pay someplace $100 to sleep. That's highway robbery.
Yeah. Looks like Savannah's coming. That's exciting, BJ. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I can sleep. Oh,
we're gonna have to get some like events, like a dinner or two and stuff going on.
Yeah. So want to go back to Wilkie real quick. Wilkie messaged me and messaged Geneva doing some research about an author named Cassio Ferreira, and he doesn't really have a lot of press, a lot of cred out there in the world. And Wilkie found Hidden Class Pacifist, which kind of like is kind of druidy like. And I said, Meh. So I said, I'll read this. So Hidden Class Handyman. So he has a whole bunch of hidden class books out there. They're LitRPG. They're just not well known.
Hidden books with hidden classes.
They are hidden books with hidden classes. That's nice. We didn't even work on that.
I know. We need to.
Man, that was awesome. Mm-hmm. And so we're not doing a buddy read. Buddy reads just, I don't understand them. They're kind of annoying. But regardless, we're doing a tandem read. He's doing a tandem audiobook. Listen, I've got to start reading this, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about it and chat about it and see how that goes. Maybe learn a little bit more about Cassio Ferreira. Another reason why I like that, Wilkie's coming into the world.
Wilkie is solid. Yeah. I'm glad
big time.
Yeah, he's getting out there. Yeah.
Big time. Oh my God.
We're getting the end of our hour. If anybody's got any last questions or comments for us, or if you've got a book rec for us, put it in the. Well, okay, all right. Go do your thing with your books.
No. Oh, this one just came out this week. It's from Shadow Alley Press. So I always do that because they're very, very nice to me. They
Yeah.
don't send me anything yet, but oh, I did get a bathrobe, so I've got to.
Yeah, you can't complain anymore.
I can't really get James pissed at me. Don Chapman didn't know that this was LitRPG, and the author didn't give a date, but this is San Diego or Die. It's a military.
It sounds very LitRPG. Yeah.
Military LitRPG. I found 2 books on Royal Road very recently that I'm really loving.
Okay.
The writing. The first one I want to mention just real quick. There's 2, maybe 3. New Disaster by the Tactical Storyteller. So New Disaster on Royal Road. It just started getting to the point where there's a monster appearing, but the character development in the first 2 or 3 chapters is spot on, well done, very tightly written. Wow, it's like 600 pages. How many pages? 629 pages. So that's something that everyone should be looking at. I got to scroll over it because I opened like a crap ton.
While you're looking, Doug says that the bathrobes are now up on James's site for sale. So
yeah, I saw that. Isn't that great?
$50.
$50. Cool. You're on sale. $50. Go get it. I think Ed Peg bought one, so there's only 9 left.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Progenitor's Path. It's a apocalypse. So it's by Everhart. Again, it's a progenitor. Just it's like a progression apocalypse. So it's going to be a little bit maybe lesser on the LitRPG, but this one is super early in their development. They have 186 pages. When I started, there was like 60. So this is a brand new book, and I really liked it. The problem with Royal Road is you can just get sucked in. Horribly.
There's a lot of stuff on Royal Road.
I probably have more books in my Royal Road than BJ has on her
TBR.
TBR.
I don't know. That would be hard. Stacy says that they would love Royal Road interviews, would be killer. And so we got another person. Yeah, we're working on it. I think Royal Road is
a lot of it. They're kind of like hard to get to agree to talk to people.
Yeah, because a lot of people are anonymous, so you reach out and it's radio silence or
Well, I've been very fortunate that they do reply,
Yeah.
But they're like such. I mean, if you thought like we had introverts coming to LitRPGCon, these are authors and fans. These are ultra introverts.
Yeah.
So you have to be real careful. I mean, I even reached out to Steve B or Jamie Castle at Athon about one of theirs, and it's like, no, I know him.
Yeah,
he's not going to interview.
Well, I have a question for you. I actually have the kind of draft cover of Stumbling Up 2. Do you think you could splash it on the screen for everybody?
Are you going to send it to me on Discord real quick?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll send it to you on Discord. We got Morpheus on here, and I thought it would be a nice little reveal.
Morpheus is here?
Reveal. Yeah.
Get out. We have arrived.
We have arrived, right?
What's your name again?
Let me send it over to you. I want everybody to see this art. It's really cool. And so, sorry, my computer's slow, but I'm getting it over to you. I know.
I don't see nothing.
My computer's moving about as fast as a boomer. All right, you should have it. This is the full wrap, so you get to see all of it. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to show it?
I wouldn't mind. What do you think, Morpheus?
Save image. desktop.
790 webtoons. That's impressive, Savannah. My daughter has gotten me on webtoons too.
It's a totally different.
Yeah. We're being brave with this cover, but honestly, even the first cover, I think, kind of pushed what is a normal LitRPG cover. I really like what Morpheus is doing, and he's capturing the humor of Stumbling Up.
Now I just have to find it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Let's get a close up of your nose.
Pop up in between us, or it's going to do something.
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Here you guys the first look. Obviously, there's no title and stuff, but this is the full wrap of Stumbling Up 2's cover.
Oh, that's so going to be a displate.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm can you tell I'm excited, Morpheus? I got that image today and I was like, yes. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's a totally look at the what's that word? Perspective. That's it.
Yeah, the perspective on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at that plant up there. Just how cool is that?
Yeah, and we got the Tully monster in the background, which is one of our monster
Nap is here.
A big feature.
Hello, ma'am. No, there's Morpheus. Morpheus was hiding on me. I didn't even see him just there.
Yeah, so Savannah, this cover kind of covers like the first part of Stumbling Up 2. It's an underwater dungeon. It's a lot of fun. So if you aren't caught up, yeah, that's kind of what you have to look forward to.
All right. Sorry, you're done.
Dun dun dun. Now we're miniaturized for some reason.
Just calm down.
There we go. Yeah.
It defaults to the miniaturization, but I fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Morpheus is saying he always has fun producing Richard's funny faces, and
Morpheus is going to have to. Yeah. Morpheus is going to have to contribute a drawing of PopPop.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
I got $1.25 I can give you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that puts you probably like pretty low in the queue behind Jay's next 6 books.
Oh my god! You can sketch it. You can sketch it on the back of I don't know, something.
Yeah, Brian, I want that Post-it note of PopPop's close-up.
What?
Brian's a really good sketch artist too, and he likes to do he does them on little Post-it notes. So
yeah, I want to see that, Brian. Do it.
Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot. But all right. What we've got a bunch of books that are in progress. What's the next book you're starting to read?
Oh my god. I'm going to finish. I'm going to keep reading.
Starting to read
DMA. I'm probably, this is outside of the book interview reading types and whatnot. I want to do one of 3. Maybe I'll just pick up these 3 and add these 3 on. Book 2 of First Necromancer by Colfang 89. Book 2 of Grand System Vending War by Ryan Maxwell. And I've already forgot the 3rd. God,
yeah.
Damn it, don't get old.
My next is One Flew Over the Dragon's Nest by Boslow.
Yeah, it's because I told you to do that one.
Yeah. And we're gonna
interview him, yeah.
We're gonna interview him in a couple months, or in a couple weeks, in like 4 weeks.
Several weeks.
Yeah.
You need to come up with number processes.
Like 4.
April 7th is April 7th. We've got him to stay up late because it's break, school break in England. But we are going to interview Boslow on April 7th, which is release date for A Tailor on the Roof, book 3 in the Tales of Amarethea. So,
yeah. So I've got a month to listen to it, which I think I'll blast through it.
No, probably pay book 2 of Mage Tank. Those 3 I'll probably start doing together.
Yeah.
So
I need to finish a few books before I can start any new ones. But
I do too.
All right, you guys.
I get up at 4 o'clock to read.
Yeah.
That's why I'm tired now.
Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's been a long month without you.
It has.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks on the Reck and PopPop show. And it'll just be another normal one unless PopPop pulls an interview out of thin air, which
I could
you
do
never
that.
know with PopPop.
I could do that.
You don't know.
I almost tried to get someone to come in tonight, but I chose not to.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, Sarah streams. Thursday night, William Merle from Shadow Alley Press, Dark Lord of Crafting.
Dark Lord of Crafting.
He sent me the covers for Dark Lord of Crafting 4.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are cool covers as well. And then at 9 o'clock, Corn Man, both of them.
Nice. You're going to be full. My next interview is next Tuesday with Marissa Wolf talking A Plague of Magic, which will be fun. So, yeah.
Very good. Anything else before we hang up? And
think,
is Brian still here? Maybe he's gone and he won't see me F up the...
I don't know. It's the favorite part of his show is watching you try to end it.
Hey, guys. Thanks for joining PopPop and Reck for the Reck and PopPop show, episode 7. We're done.
Yeah.
I'm out. And I'm just going to keep talking, looking over and say, we're done, and we're done, and we're done, and we're